Well, I'm back, and we're still working on the spring flowers. And I thought today, as I said at the end of part 2, that we're going to watercolor the little houses. So I have some pastels. I think they're metallic, I'm not sure. And I'm sure I didn't pay hardly anything for them. I tried to find them. These are my Hobart watercolors that I do things with that we're going to use a little bit on the houses. And I have my Faber-Castell watercolor brush. I'm thinking it's got water in it. If not, I can fill it. It's pretty simple to fill. So we're going to start, and I have a little, color palette. I also have a couple of small brushes in case I need them. They're just cheap. Nothing's cheap anymore. From the Royal brushes. This one probably won't work good because I use it for alcohol ink. But this one will. So I'm going to just leave it out here, and I have a little small container of water. And let's get the lights on it. There we go. So let's get started. Let's see if we can have some fun. I already did this on another page. Actually, I painted 2 pages of in this book with just watercolors, and I had a lot of fun. So I like a palette because muddy palettes are the best thing to mix colors with. So let's see if we can move this down. It's just not going to be enough room to get it in the shot. So I'm just going to move it over here on this side. Okay. And I'll put my little palette down here, which you can't see, but you can see the little houses. Make sure they're all in. Okay. What shall we do first? Guess I'll put my water back over here. I have a little Kleenex that I've already wiped up some water that I spilled. And sometimes these things work and sometimes they don't. So sometimes I just wet them with a little water. And so I'm just going to start by filling it in a little bit. And it can I'm just mixing some colors on my little palette. Going around, and I do like to spray my watercolors. So I hope you enjoy this one. I'm not using pencils, and with these you just just like you would watercolor. You just keep adding a little here and there. Once the paper is wet, it kind of flows, and you just don't try to color every single thing. Leave some, your shading is what you leave. Like your light colors, you just leave them. You leave some whites. I'm just making a little. I think these are pearl. And sometimes I don't even know I have stuff. I get it because I think, oh, that's cool. There is a more expensive set of, they're almost more of a glitter paint. I can't think of who it's by. I'll tell you at another time. But so I'm just picking up a little paint right off of the palette so that I can make some darker spots. And if it's too dark, rinse your brush and put just a little bit of water. Always dab your brush off. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. And you can work it around a little bit. This isn't, you know. So that makes it easier because you can move this around. I hope I'm in this, was in the shot, I don't know. Okay, so let's do this little birdhouse here. Let me spray my palette. And we're going to do a little purple. I'm going to put a little on my palette. So I'm just putting a little bit on there. And we're going to come over here. And watercolors normally dry lighter than what you see. I don't know about these. And it depends how much pigment. If you want it lighter, just add a little water. And it will give you just a pale coat. And then, like anything, you can add another color in there and it's going to even make it pretty. So let's do our buildings first, and then we'll come back and rinse my little brush off. This one has little things on the side that you squeeze. So it does work. You just have to get used to the things that are a little different. So I thought the watercolors would make a really pretty houses to go with our little spring flowers. I'm going to give a little pump and see if we can get some water in there. I don't know if you are or not. This pearl color, you can't probably see it on the camera, but it looks pearl. It's got a little shine to it. And then you come back and you put in whatever highlights you want to put in to like darken it. You can just come in and right off of your palette I've wet my palette, so my palette is working on releasing more of the pigment of the colors. Aren't these pretty colors? I will try to find this, and if I can find it, I will put it in the notes. I did look today, but I didn't stick to it like going through page by page, so I don't know how far back it is, because I just find it so much easier shopping on Amazon than I do trying to find a store, because most of the time you don't have much choice, where, you know, Amazon's got it pretty packed down, where it's easy to find what you want. You get a variety. You can check prices out. You can check out whether people like it or don't like it. And I'm not advertising for Amazon. I'm not, because I don't know if it's really good or bad, but you know, for retail stores. Okay. I think this is one building here. So, and we don't have any really green, so let's do and I'm getting some of the lavender coming out on my paint palette, but I'm telling you, it's okay. And if you do that, just get it in your brush and wipe it off. And that will help clean it up. I'm just dipping in a little bit of water. I'm not, because then it's going to lighten some of this up. But I found it very relaxing and fun to do this. And I have one set of watercolors that I have set aside in Amazon that are $8. And of course you don't get a ton of paint, but I mean, we're just doing little bitty things. So I thought I would order it because it's real jeweled colored. And when you're doing something small, you're not wrinkling up your whole page. And I don't like wrinkling up my page. I did that on the one where I did the whole page in my birdie book, and I didn't like it at all. So now I think we're going to go into the pink. We have a pink, and I also have my normal colors. If I want to add something other than this, but I think we have enough, and we're doing okay. Whoops, I hit the camera. I'm sorry. I've got you really close, because it seems like the closer you are, the better the colors are. So I'm trying this for a little while, because you're not seeing the true colors. And the video 2, I did close, not quite as close as I am. Maybe today I got a little carried away tonight, this afternoon, but I just wanted to do this and get it out, because I really had fun. And I will do a show and tell pretty soon on this Book of Wonders. I've got a lot of pages done. Because sometimes I just like to come in here and just color. Next thing I know, I've got 2 pages done, and I should have filmed it. But as long as this thing is downloading, and it takes a while, I can't film it. So, and one of these days I will get me a camera that can do this. So this is heavily pigmented, so I'm just trying to drag some of this out, and this little brush is bringing the water out, so that's good. You just got to get used to these things when you're not used to using them. See, now it just kind of lightened it, you can see. And you could still, if you don't like it's too heavy, just pull it out and wipe it off. And you will lighten it up. Okay, so now we've got all kinds of colors, so that's blue. I'm not really going to go with gold or any of those colors. And we haven't used the dark green. So let's put some dark green in this palette. Just a little. Okay. So we're going to do this little house here. And I always start where it's the darkest, because that's what's going to come off of your brush, is the darkest. Okay, so you can wipe your brush, add just a teeny bit of water, and start pulling that color down, and it will shade itself. Look how far that goes. So these little Isn't that pretty? Alright, so we can go back. I got a kind of a hot pink. Let's try that and get some worked up. I'm just putting a little water on it and working it. Okay. So this time I'm going to come down this side, because I want this side to be dark, because it's right up against that house, and it's going to give me a nice shaded of darker. Okay, so I'm going to wipe my brush off and put just a tiny bit of water. And we're going to pull that color down. And if you just work it a little bit, you don't want to overwork this paper. That is for sure. There we go. Isn't that cute? I mean, and it went so fast. So what other color haven't we used? We did that one. How about a little yellow house? I got a couple shades of yellow in here. So again, I'm going to pull this yellow right here. Along the side, I want the darkest, and across the top. And wipe my brush. Put just a teeny bit of water. And pull that color in. And when it dries, you can see, like, I don't know if you, how well you can see it, but it's just little bits of different shades. Not a lot, and we don't want a lot. We just want it to be okay. So we got, I think I used the dark green. Let's try the light green. It's a berry pale. Berry pale. On this little house. Let's see if it's the same color. I think it's okay. Looks like you can see the side here. So I'm going to go back in there and see if I can pick up some more pigment. Here we go. Give a little squeeze. I don't need to wipe the color because it's a pretty color. Okay, we got this little add-on. Maybe just a little bit darker down here. Whoa, sorry. I just have to get used to that. Okay, and you can see there's really nothing's bleeding through, and there's very little puckering, and when it does, it dries. It's going to dry flat. So now I want to make the palest of blues, because I want to do just a touch in the windows. Yeah, I'm just watering it down to almost nothing. And then let's see if this is light enough. So I'm just going around my windows to make it look like glass. Did I do those? I think I did. Just a hint of blue. It's not even really blue, it's almost a, that one, see, I got out of the line, so I can work it a little bit and clean it up. Just keeping it oops, no, those are windows, I guess. I don't know where the door is. Maybe the door's on the other side. Now I got too much blue. And it's not going to come out, so let's make that window that blue. Okay, so now we can come back in here. We got to do the roofs, and that's when I was thinking I would switch over to my regular paints. And let me just squirt just a little bit. And we'll just kind of mix. Where's my little, there it is. This little tiny tub of water. I better put my palette back down here. So we're just going to come in here. And do these roofs. Okay, and then we got that little one in the back. Just kind of making some mud. Okay, mix a little more water in here. I think we'll come down this time this way. Back up. Just leave it kind of streaky, like that. I know. Next time I won't put it quite so close. At least give me room to get under here. So with this little bit here, I'm just mixing even some green in there. That's why a dirty palette really makes a nice mixture of shades on watercolors. And I think oils too. It's just, if you want the pure color, then you have to just use the purest of it. So there's a little red over here. I'm going to mix a little red in with this brown. And this time we're going to go across this way. And it just kind of makes them all look a little different. And if I want to, I can mix just a little darker right here. Maybe under there. Okay. Just keep mixing some colors from your palette because you just want I got a little bit of gold in here, so I'm going to mix that in, and maybe we'll do this front door. That's the only front door we have. All the other doors have 0 holes. And what's nice is you can come in here with your pencils and do whatever else you would want to do. You know, it's just kind of fun. Or if you've got watercolor pencils, which I have a million of them too. But in this book, it seems to work quite well. No, but I'm not doing a whole page either. I'm just mixing whatever I got on my palette together to make whatever it comes to be. Okay, so I think now we'll go into the darker brown on this corner one. We'll just pull it down. Make it look pretty. This little side room. Looks like a nice little neighborhood you'd want to live in, huh? Sounds like it to me anyway. I'll make this one a little darker. Let me lift this up just a little bit. Okay, I think that's a little better. So now we got all of our little stovepipe things. And I think I'll mix a little more of the red. Maybe just kind of glob it on there like that, make it look more like hold the book down so it doesn't bounce around so much. Mix a little green in there and see what happens. Just making them a little bit different. Okay. I put a little more green in that one. Okay. Guess what? They're done. Let me move the water out of the way, clean my brush, and then we're going to do some of the embellishing a little bit. I normally leave my watercolors open and dry for a whole afternoon or evening. I don't know why. I just feel like I don't want them to get moldy either. And I never even use this one, but that's okay. get them out of the way. And now we're going to bring out our little box of goodies, all my little colors. And let's see, the other one's got the glitter stuff in it, which we do want because I like glitter. So I thought we'd just decorate a little bit like we did with the balloons. And the balloons have got sparkles and all kinds of stuff on them. So let's see if we can't do something, just have fun with our flowers. So let's try this green. No, I don't know what I'm going to do. We're just going to try it. And if it doesn't come out, I take a pen well, normally I take a pen and I put it in there to let me wipe it off. Had some glitter on it. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. I'm just going to barely let it go. And we're going to have to be careful so we don't get this and put our hands in it and smear it. So I'm just putting little droplets. As soon as I see it, I pull it. Takes a little practice, but it'll give a little dimension. So you want to start in the middle of whatever you're doing, and try not to put your hand in it. So that's why I move everything out of the way, because we're coming around. Okay, so we're going to just turn it. If I could use both hands. There we go. And I don't want to overdo it either. I just want to embellish it a little bit. Give it a little more 3D look. Okay. I like that, huh? We might use it on something else. I don't know yet. Actually, somehow I got 2 bottles of that one. So I got this pretty coral. So we do have a little coral one right here. Let's see if this is going to come popping out or what. Alright, so we're going to take our little pen. Clean out that hole. Actually, it wouldn't hurt to... There. Okay. Here it comes. I'm trying to think, where did I just do it? Get my hands out of the way. I think we'll just go around these little spots like this. Gotta be like pulling when you're squeezing. As soon as you see it, move it. Now, you can wipe these off if you do it right away, especially on top of this oil. And so I'm going to see if I can go just on the inside of this black line. Because I kind of wanted the black to show. But it doesn't have to. We just got to be very careful, pay attention to what we're doing. There, it came out in a little glob, but it'll be okay. We didn't hurt nothing. Okay. So we do have a purple. Oh, this could use some cheering up. What one you said? This one. Let's try it. Let's see if it's gonna come out. It is. So I think I'm just gonna go. See, that's air pockets in there. And I'm gonna pull that little thing down and see if we can go around. I'm trying to make sure I'm not putting my arm in something, but those two right now, I'm still okay. I'm coming from both ends because then it seems to make on this little point. And I'm not touching down there, I'm just laying it on the top. Here I'm touching down. And there I'm going to go that way. And you can kind of manipulate it a little bit. Your best bet is to get it right the first time. But that's easier said than done sometimes. Well, that's not the greatest job, but you know, I'm not an expert. I'm just giving it a shot. The more you do this, the better you do get, though. Your little points, you can kind of push them around. Most of the time they're gonna flatten out, but sometimes they don't. I think we'll just, I seem to be doing better just to hit it and run. I know, I'm being quiet. This is intense. It is. But again, you can wipe it off. But I don't think I've done anything so bad that I need to wipe it all off. So now just a little bit here. Whoops. Okay. All right, let's get a Q-tip. That one just kind of made a whole mess. So let's test my theory. Can you wipe this off? Okay, now let's try it again. It seems better if you stay above, you know, don't touch down. All right, well, we're going to leave that one and say, not so bad. And it is bad. Okay, we did the green. What other color we got? We got a bronze. Do we want to do a bronze? What other color? Oh, here's this is what we should have used on this one, huh? For sure. This is pretty. Merlot? I don't know what color. Let's see what color it is. Alright, so maybe the hole is plugged, or now let's try it. Okay, we got to try it on something. How about this one? Okay, let me get you in the camera. I don't know if you're enjoying this part or not. This part I like. I just go ahead. So we're going to do this pink one. We're just going to outline this. Seems like once you get going, don't stop. It's kind of hit and miss there, isn't it? Gonna poke it again. There. Okay. That time it actually did it. This one was kind of... And it may be prettier if I would have left it alone, but I didn't. Just trying to get this back in the camera. Maybe move the camera over a little bit. Okay. It's just the book is kind of big on my little desk here. It's kind of a blood red almost. And there we go again. Alright, so let's just put some little dots in here. And we'll call that good. Good enough. Then what else do we got in here? What is this? Oh, this is like a slate blue. I had ordered, normally these come, you can get a little pack of 4 or 5 of them for $16, because these are like $6 a piece. Well, on Amazon, when I went to order it, I saw where I could get it, the package was damaged, and I didn't know what they meant by the package was damaged, but so I ordered it for $10, and they just had a little baggie. So I think that's all well, that was all that was wrong. All right, so let's just do a little bit here. Doggone it, there was a little air bubble. So I'm just going to go around this here. And I should have came back this way. Okay. All it's doing is giving it like a 3-dimension. I'm just playing. Just making it look a little different. But we are going to come into the glitter now. Okay. So, I got this gold one, and it's gold. And it's already coming out. So, let's do our little orange one a little bit. Whoa, it's coming out fast. It must be full to the brim. So I'm just going to put some gold right here. Okay. And where else could we? How about our little yellow one? Let's see if we can. This thing is so full. I'm just trying to go around our little and pull some of it in because it's coming out fast. And it will kind of flatten out. Okay, so putting that one away. So we did this one. I've got this kind of different brand. It's just kind of mellow. And what can we put on it? What if we just do a little bit? Yep, it's coming. Just a little bit down the center. It's barely got any color to it. What if we go around like that? I think that's enough of that. And then I have this really pale blue. Let's see if it's not gonna come out, so let's see if we can coax it out. There we come. Okay, and this is pale blue. So let's Just go around. I've had all this stuff forever. It's kind of fun to get to play with it again. Okay. I'd like to go around these, but this is going to be a real pain. Maybe not. What if we put a little dot, 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 dot? This is light enough that you can hardly see it, but everything always adds something. You gotta pick it up, because if not, it doesn't. Okay. What else have we got in here? Just black. We don't want to do black. I think this is the one that's I need to work on. I need to. It's got like gunk. It's a problem child. Let's put it that way. All right, now we got gold glitter. So I'm thinking this little pink one, this one, could use a little glitter. Like that. And what else needs glitter? That looks kind of gunky that way, I know it does, but I'm just playing. It's kind of pretty. I'm looking to see what else can we glitter. How about this little yellow one? We'll just glitter around this side and around the edges. And we need to put some glitter over here somewhere. How about this little orange one too? Let's just the edges. A little bit. And let's see. This one needs something. So it's going to get a little glitter. It wasn't the prettiest. So we're going to help it out and make him the prettiest. Okay. So that was fun. So let's find, what is this one? Crystals. Okay. These are fun because this isn't going to put a lot of color. We're just going to give it a little shot. Is it in there? I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but this one will pick up the blue. Little bit. How about this one? Put a little bit in that. Just a little bit. A little bit down these little things. Okay. And we better do something up on this side too. Where are you? There you are. Okay. We'll put some dots in here. And a dot of glitter on the end of these. Did we get them all? Yep. And put a little glitter right around the top of that one. So that is that, and we got silver. Let's put a little silver in this thing. Just a little. Okay, put a couple little daubs will do you there. And let's put some dots of silver in between. We're just having fun, right? Just having fun. Nothing serious. Uh-oh, look what I did. Okay, well, we'll finish it all the way around. I started on one side and went up to the other. 3, 4. How about one on each of these points? Okay. And let's find something over here. These are starting to dry, but I don't trust them. I don't know about that one. Let's see. I guess that's the one we're going to have to. Okay. I'm just going to give it a little. Oops. I think that's good enough. That's enough silver. And we got one more, I think. Our diamond glitter. Oh, my favorite of everything. So I'm going to put a little on the end here. It's like magic glitter. I'm going to put a little bit of it in here. And when it dries, it's going to pick up the color in the background. And it'll make this messy flower look a whole lot better. I admit, it's messy. But all this stuff really adds to something that may not be as beautiful. But when it dries, it's going to pick up that background color, and it's going to be so pretty. It looks like a brooch now, right? So pretty. All right. Let's put a little in this little guy. Kind of went everywhere, so we'll just let it go everywhere. And now it doesn't want to come out, so must be some glitter stuck in it. I just want to put teeny bit at the end. You can pick it up and move it around a little bit. Okay. And one of these wants to be glittered. I'll put some glitter in here. Because I don't like that. But glitter makes everything look better. Oh, we're going to put just a little glitter on the edge here, I think. Let's do the little yellow one too. He wants some. Okay. You get some too. And sometimes I like to put a little bit of glitter in the windows. I think this one's running out. It kind of makes it look like real windows. Kind of. Oops. It just makes them glitter and glitter and shine and sparkle. Where are we? I think I'm gonna have to. And then we're done. Yeah, I like that. Whoops, good thing they're plastic. Let's get these little windows. Okay. Let's see if we can lift up the camera. I think when I get all done, I will bring some of this blue over in here a little bit. So let me stand up. And show you what we've done. Didn't it turn out pretty? And to see both of the pages together. So if I put a little bit of sky around this other page, I'm not going to do it the whole page. I'm just going to put it together like that. So, bless you all. Nobody's told you today they love you. I love you. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for the thumbs up. Have a great afternoon.